Hey guys, this is Eric making another video for you. Coming at you from Still Keller's Comics because as of this morning I was telling y'all I'm thinking about making a new name for it. Dropping my last name in comics, just not real original. So because this is kind of new to me, I'm still working on what that is. Oh wait, gotta get the most important prop. I've been feeling like ass today. We were actually at this uh, outside brewery get together here earlier. I stayed. I had one of the supposed best crab cakes. That guy, that guy, whatever, ate at Jimmy's Crabs, and it. My wife makes a better crab cake, straight up. But anyway, I didn't ask y'all to join me here for crab cakes. So, uh, purpose of today's video here is I was talking about I'm going to start coming up with a hot list. And before I get to a hot list, I have a couple things to start my own hot list. Now, what my hot list was is it's not things that are basically market trends. It's more I've always been really good at forecasting things. Looking at something and saying, this is a really good idea. Put some money into this. And then within a year or so, it pays off really, really well. And I've done that with my own books. And I don't actually sell anything, but I sit there and I look at it. And when I'm sitting there watching a video and I'm jumping on eBay to see the value of something that I paid $1 for, and now it's worth $1,400 once I've graded it at a 9.8, I'm saying to myself, over and over, I'm nailing these. And a lot of these books here that you see on the wall that are worth some serious money. Ultimate Fallout, I bought 3 copies, 10 cents a piece. Why? Again, I had that intuition on it a long time ago. I didn't wait for it to be 100 or 200 and jump in the market then, and then get on the internet and tell everyone, follow me, follow me, follow me, like everyone else did. I came up with my own pattern for seeing things. So I'm going to start passing these patterns on to you. But I haven't had ample time to start with that. So I figured that there's a few things that I've been working on, and these are little tips that I'm going to throw at you guys today. Post-COVID. Now, depending on the state that you live in or where you're at, COVID is now just starting to reopen again. But a lot of things have happened in the comic market since that time that COVID hit at the beginning of the year. So you're having places that haven't been picked through or that have a certain inventory of something, and this inventory now is going on a year old. And providing what they have, it might even be older than that. And with this boost of all this stuff gaining money, there's easy money to be made there, especially if you're a flipper. But when you'll get back to the end of this video, you'll see I don't agree with that. The gentleman that owns Mile High Comics, there was a series done on him. And I'll start with this. He talks about the formula he has for making money. One, if you're going to be in comics, you're going to take up some space with what you're going to collect. But the key to collecting is not grabbing 10 copies of something that you pay $1 for and then flipping that off for $4 or $20 or $50. It's holding that for the long run, holding it down the road. Because what's it going to do in 15 years? That's the kicker. When everybody had, spent a couple bucks on Amazing Spider-Man 300, and that book hit 20 or 40 or 60 or $100, and they flipped it. I bought my Amazing Spider-Man newsstand 300 for $100 because somebody was taking that momentum and flipping it. And I was the one that said, okay, I'll take it and hold it for the long run, which is what I've done for all my books. Granted, is Venom hot right now and all this stuff hot right now? Yeah. Are we going to see a downtick in this? Yeah. But is there going to be an uptick? Is Marvel maybe going to buy the licensing back in 10 years, in 15 years? Yeah. So I have a plan. I'm 42. What am I going to do when I'm 60? I'm going to go back around. I'm going to ride these trends. They always circle back around. It's not about what Marvel Cinematic Universe is doing in stage 4. It's what's it going to do when it's stage 44? What's it going to do when it's the next best thing? This hobby is going to evolve so many times around. And every time it evolves, every time something happens, these things are going to come back around. Black Panther is hot right now. I promise you, it's going to be hot in the next 18 years over and over again. It starts at this Black Panther book that's $1. And then the first appearance of Shuri in a costume goes up to 200. Then we move on to the next thing. So that book drops to $125. The next time that that book gets hot, it doesn't start at $1. It starts at 125. So that $125 book goes up to $500, 1,000, depending on how hot it gets. You want to hold these things for the long term until you're ready to fully exit out. If you can do that, that is the key to it. It's not being the guy that sells it for the $200 or sells it from when it went to $1 and it gets hot at 50 and dropping it. And yeah, you made $49 because somewhere down the line, I'm going to have a last laugh saying I made 1,500. That's what you want to do. I have an Amazing Spider-Man book that's now probably going somewhere in the thousands of dollars, and I bought it for 100. Granted, I had never owned a copy, and if I had, I would still have that copy that I bought for $2 or $3. I bought a Ghost Rider 100. Look at whether that book did. It went well over 1,000. Now it's dropped down some, but it's going to hit again. That's the trick to it. The second trick that he's talking about is when you're having all this stuff and you're accumulating it, you want to have a place to store it that's not costing you money. I mean, if you have a little rent on something, that's fine. If you have it in your house and you have a room that you bought in your house and your house is, able to withstand, like me, I have this area where I have tens of thousands of books that I can store. I have another room that have about 12 boxes of books that are anywhere from $10 books that I spec on all the way up to thousands of dollar books that they're in certain orders, these boxes, 1 through 12, 1 through 10, or however many boxes there's. I think there's 12 boxes now. And they're in order of how I'm going to grade these books and by sets and value. And some of the boxes that are in book 3, or some of the books that are in box 3, deserve to be in box 1. So every time I go to grade, I have to go through these boxes, but I know I'm going to pull most of my stuff out of box 1, where it's at. So I know where it's at. Furthering down the line, once I get my computer, see, this room used to be my kids' room, and now my kids are older, and it's a work in progress. And my daughter still comes downstairs, which is why I got the bed. But the computer's going to be going here, and this is going to become in my office, and I'm going to start labeling these books, and I'm going to show you guys what the Mile High system is for doing that. When you have this much inventory and you can put books away and you don't have to go through 70,000 long boxes to find things. He does things by not alphabetizing, which is shocking as all hell to me. So now that I've sit there and outlined kind of what the best plan for collecting these things are, and granted, always collect what you like, but if on the side when you're going in and you're getting your books, you're throwing an extra 30 or 50, that's what I do. Extra 30 or 50 towards things that you think is going to be worth money too. On top of it, a great cover, great storyline, or something you just might want to try. Me, I wasn't on Venom, but I jumped on at issue 2. Lucky for me, wrote it all out, got a third printing of issue 3. You guys saw that sitting there, and I was pissed off when I had to buy an issue 3 third printing at first because I wanted the first print. I was like, damn it, I missed it and couldn't find it anywhere. I was going to come home and buy it on eBay. jumped on eBay, saw that my third printing was going for $60 overnight. So I never did it because mine was worth way more. I take a little bit of money, buy it towards investables. So that's kind of where I'm going today. Now back to what I was talking about pre-COVID. Wow, I just spilled some tea. So there's some places that were opened and had to close, have some inventory, check antique shops. You're going to do a lot. Goodwills, things like that are now starting to really flourish and open, and people are starting to get back out. Not everyone's getting back out. People are riding different money waves. There's lots of weird things happening. I bought a Spider Women Alpha that I found at an antique shop. I bought it for $1. Graded 9/8. That book's $1,400. I paid $1 for that book. Now I'm sending it to get pressed. You guys are going to see where it's at. I showed you guys the book the other day. I went back in. Now that second printings are hot, guess what? I went to the same place that I bought all those books for $1. I spent $101 on 101 books, and they were all big books that hit anywhere from $5 to, like I said, $1,400. I hit a ton of them that were $200 and $300, all at antique stores. And they were all local. I didn't even have to do anything. There's other antique stores I'm still getting ready to hit out. But check this out. Captain America, second printing. Second printing's all the rage. Why? Because these things it's the older second printings though that are the lower ones. Now people know this, and they're making a whole bunch of them. So jumping on the second printing, third printing, fourth printing, fifth printing bandwagon, you're not going to hit them as much. It's finding the ones from a year ago, 6 months ago, and before that. Those are your second, third, fourth printings. But look, introducing the new Falcon, second printing. It's a $20 book. I paid $1 for it. I don't know if you can see that. Contest of Champions, number 10. Guess what? Variant, second print. $10, $15. Choosing Sides, second variant, but it is the new Hawkeye. Right now, she's hot. Steve Rogers, Captain America, number 2, second print. Again, it's like a $20 book. Everybody, the new, they're going to do something with Steve Rogers. Believe me, the evil Steve Rogers, it's going to be a thing. They put him on the shelf now. Trust me, get some Captain America, Steve Rogers stuff. It's worth a little bit right now, but it's going to be worth a lot more as soon as he starts making some more appearances. Again, a $10, $15 book, but I'm sorry, a $5, $10 book, but it's only $1. A Death of X variant printing. Steve Rogers, Captain America, issue 3. There is... I think I showed you guys these, but these are just freaking straight fire. The Fantastic Four covers with the Black Panther. Yeah, I like those. But I got to get those in cases, which is why they're there. But those books, all $1. Secondly, here's another thing that's going to come back around. Right now, trade paperbacks, omnibuses. Omnibuses are starting to be a bigger and bigger issue. They're starting to be more collectible. People are seeing these huge collections of them, thinking to themselves, that's pretty cool. I can get some good reads there. And they're finding places. And I was watching Gem Mint, and he was talking about how he was jumping online, and he was buying a lot of them full price at first, and then he found a place where he's getting them at 50% off. As you guys know, an omnibus is usually about $100, $125 book. So it'd be great to get that at $50, right? $65, somewhere in that range. What if I could tell you that I'm going to give you a place to go get them for $10, $12, okay? Why? Because they're sitting there from overstock before they got hot. Now, granted, if you jump on eBay and you look at this right now, it's not going to reflect the fact that it's $100 and some book, or you're not going to even see a half price. You're going to look at it and say, well, Eric, you paid $13 for it. It's not a huge gainer. I understand that. It's a cool piece, but if I hold on to it when there's not 6 or 7 copies that other people found at the same place I'm about to tell you guys, if I hold on to this, then when I go to drop it and I'm not fighting the supply and demand and undercutting, because guess what? These places will dry out. If I had the money, I'd buy more than one copy of the omnibus, but I'm just buying single copies. Right here. I paid $12.99 for it. Let me show you where it is. See if that adjusts. I don't know. I'm sitting on the other side of the camera, so I'm hoping. Ollie's Outlet. You can go in there and find some fantastic books for pennies on the dollar. And they're really nice. Books that you might want for your collection. They're sealed books. Hell, I just bought 3 omnibuses the other day. I got a Star Wars omnibus up there for $14. I got a couple Deadpools. They had Deadpool Volume 1, 3, and 4 omnibus. $7.99 for $6.99 and $7.99 for the 3 and 4, because they're a little bit thinner ones. They're called half bus or something. And the full omnibus, the volume 1, was $14, $14.99. Again, you jump on eBay, you're going to see them $30-$40, and that's because you're competing with other people that went up there and saw the same trick that I see. I'm just letting you guys know. You can go up there and yeah, you can drop $12 on an omnibus. If you throw it online, you undercut everybody, you're going to double your money. You're going to sell that omnibus, get your shipping out of it, and you're going to make $10 on an omnibus or $15 on an omnibus. If you hold it for 10 years, I promise you, you're not going to be competing against all those people. It's not just going to be coming out from all these outlets floor. It's going to be something that's no longer in the circulation. The supply and demand is going to be different. The next thing's going to be out there. You wait till Deadpool comes back around, then you drop the Deadpool omnibus, and then you have something else to work with versus, constantly trying to milk everything for what it's worth. So those are the collecting tips. Another thing. I actually am going to have to give credit where credit's due. I do want to say, right hand up to God, I wouldn't lie to you guys. A long time ago, DC came out with these combo packs. They were in the New 52. They started at issue 1 of Justice League. Instead of $3.99 for the book, it was $4.99 for the book. And it came with, in the back of the book, just like Marvel has the digital copies, these came in plastic bags. They were $1. They were kind of like a second printing, but they weren't. They came out the same time as the first printings. I don't know if they're listed as a second printing, but the color schemes are a little different on them. But they had the instead of a sticker, you opened up the bag and it had a number, which is now expired, but it gave you the digital comic. But that comic is a lot rarer version of the new 52. If you look now that Jessica Cruz is hot, the combo pack 9.8 Jessica Cruz, like $600. Okay, CGC. Again, jump on the combo packs. I was buying them whenever I saw them at my LCS. I was like, look, this is the nicer version. Anytime you can find the nicer version, I always would spend that dollar, jump on it. It's that dollar's a lottery ticket to jump on it, take a chance on something, and it's gonna pay off. I don't even remember. I think I have the Grail combo pack though. I don't think I have I know I have one of the two, which I gotta dig out of my long boxes, but I have a bunch of the combo packs. I'd see them come around, and now all these extra third and second prints and whatnot. I'm hoping that the new 52 stuff, the second and third printings and fourth printings and fifth printings on some of the bigger ones go far. I have the second print Godspeed in the Flash first appearance, the fourth printing of New 52, Batman 1, which Court of Owl's badass storyline. If you guys aren't on that and haven't ever given it a shot, the New 52 runs, that's another one of my soon to be predictions. I'll give you a cutting little preview on that one. New 52. Jump on some New 52 stuff. It was some of the most well written crap, and all the time they're just popping out of there, popping out of there, popping out of there. Those New 52 books are going to be some straight fire. So you can find them in back issue bins a lot. You can still, $1.50 them. You see them, grab a handful of them. It's $6-7. What's it going to cost you wrong? And there's so many first and second appearances that end up, or not second appearances, but minor keys and things like that. They're just sitting back there. Well worth it. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. Like I said, those are my hot things for today and my overall buying strategy. So when I go into these hot lists, I'm letting you know where my thought process is coming from. I'm agreeing a lot with what they're saying, with what the owner of Mile High's philosophy is. He's a very intelligent man. Anyone who's got multi-millions of dollars off comics in the largest comic shop in the world, if it were up to him, he wouldn't sell a book at all to anybody. He feels everybody's non-deserving of his books. He would hold them 30 or 40 years because he thinks everything is worth something, and it's all got a place with him. So diversify, hold all those lottery tickets. Something gets hot, $1 book turns into a $10 book. Don't run out and flip it. Hold on to it. Give it some time. Let it grow. Do you really need that $9 that bad? If that's your business, if that's what you're doing now, God bless you. Someone's got to sell them so I can buy them and hold on to them. That's it for Eric at Keller's Comics. Again, hopefully next time I see you guys, I'll have the new name. Finally got a camera stand. Going to start getting some stuff together. I got my laptop, got a mic, got a professional camera, but I haven't hooked up to the laptop system. I'm working on stuff because technologically, that's right, I suck. So I got to get some people to help me out with it. My cousin's like a straight Doogie Howser on this shit, so I got to get him to help me with it. So anyway, guys, Eric coming to you live. I promised you guys this video. Hope it was insightful, hope it was helpful, and hope maybe it changes the way that you think about things a little bit. Hopefully it makes you guys some money down the road. Are we all going to send our kids to college with this stuff? No. If things keep going the way they're going with these books that are popping off, $3.99 for $1,200 books, $600 books, $1,400 books from the 80s, if they can hold something of that and move on a little bit, why not take those books? Make some trades. I'm not against trading stuff. Keeping inventory, that's what you need to do. If you don't have faith in some of this stuff, you want to put some eggs in some other baskets, take a Miles Morales book and trade it for a Doctor Strange key that's worth $1,400. Why not if you got to? Think about it. Bust out some new stuff for some Silver Age stuff, some Golden Age stuff. Open some horizons and some doors. Try some new stuff. That's my advice. Take care, guys. Love you. Be safe, be good. God bless.